Imagine standing at the foot of a wall so vast that it disappears into the horizon, weaving across mountains, deserts, and rivers. A wall so immense that when seen from above it looks like a dragon carved into the very spine of the earth. The wind whistles across its stones, carrying with it the echoes of soldiers who once stood guard centuries ago. You place your hand on its ancient bricks and realize that beneath every stone lies a story of ambition, sacrifice, fear, and hope. This is not just any wall. This is the Great Wall of China, a monument that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the clash of cultures, and the dreams of countless generations. It is more than a defense structure. It is a living symbol of endurance, unity, and the unyielding human will. Now pause for a moment and think. What kind of civilization would build something that stretches over 21,000 kilometers? What kind of leaders would mobilize millions of workers to create such a colossal masterpiece? And why did they believe a wall could protect their world from chaos? The Great Wall is not just about stone and brick. It is about people. Farmers who left their fields, prisoners forced into labor, soldiers who endured freezing winters, and emperors who dreamed of eternal security. Each section of the wall whispers their names, their sweat, and their sacrifice. But here's the mystery. Did the wall really protect China, or was it more about showcasing power? Was it an impenetrable shield, or a grand illusion of safety? These are the questions we uncover as we journey through its history. Welcome to Global History Hub. Today, we embark on one of the most fascinating journeys into the past, the epic story of the Great Wall of China. Stay with us till the end of this video so you don't miss the incredible details that shaped not just China, but the entire world's imagination. If you were an emperor of ancient China, would you have invested in building a wall thousands of kilometers long, or use those resources in another way? Share your thoughts. I'd love to know your perspective. When you think of the Great Wall, do you see it more as a military defense system or as a symbol of human determination? Comment your answer below. And if you're enjoying this journey into history, don't forget to give this video a like and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps keep these stories alive. And make sure to subscribe to Global History Hub so you never miss our upcoming explorations. Now imagine, you're standing on top of the wall at sunset. The stones beneath you are glowing golden. The mountains cast long shadows, and the wall stretches endlessly into the distance. You realize you are not just looking at bricks, you are looking at over 2,000 years of history, ambition, and sacrifice. This is where our story begins. Origins of the Great Wall. Long before the Great Wall became a single continuous line across China, its origins were scattered, fragmented, and deeply tied to the struggles of early kingdoms. To understand the wall, we must first step back more than 2,700 years ago, to a time when China was not one nation, but a patchwork of rival states. In the 7th century BCE, during the era historians call the Spring and Autumn period, small kingdoms began to build defensive walls. These were not the grand stone structures we imagine today. Instead, they were made of compacted earth, simple but effective barriers against raids from neighboring states and northern nomadic tribes. The earliest known walls appeared in the states of Chu, Qi, and Yan. Farmers who tilled the land by day often labored at night to pile earth into ridges. These early fortifications served multiple purposes. They slowed down invaders, marked boundaries, and created a psychological sense of safety for those living inside. But the story does not stop there. As time passed, China entered the Warring States period, 475–21 BCE. Rival kingdoms were constantly at war, seeking dominance. Walls became longer, taller, and stronger. Each ruler believed that higher barriers could guarantee survival. The land began to look like a patchwork quilt of defenses, each wall belonging to a different state. And then came one of the most defining moments in Chinese history, The rise of the Qin Dynasty. In 221 BCE, Emperor Qin Shi Huang unified China for the first time. Determined to protect his new empire from northern tribes like the Xiongnu, he ordered the connection of existing state walls into a single, massive, defensive line. This marked the true beginning of the Great Wall of China as we know it today. It was not just a construction project, it was a vision of unity and power. Hundreds of thousands of workers, soldiers, peasants, and prisoners were mobilized. With rudimentary tools, they carried earth, stones, and timber across treacherous landscapes. The conditions were brutal, but the result was extraordinary. The first imperial version of the Great Wall. If you were living during the Qin Dynasty, would you have seen the Great Wall as a symbol of pride or as a burden forced upon ordinary people? Comment below. I'd love to hear your view. And if you're fascinated by these origins, don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps more people discover these stories, and subscribe to Global History Hub so you never miss our upcoming explorations. By the time of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's death in 210 BCE, the wall stretched thousands of kilometers. Though not yet the stone giant we see today, it had already become a living monument to unity, ambition, and human struggle. It stood not just as a defense against enemies, but as a symbol of the emperor's absolute power. This was the foundation, the first chapter of the Great Wall's incredible journey through history. Construction and techniques, plus soldiers' life. When we think of the Great Wall of China, we often imagine massive stone fortresses stretching endlessly across rugged mountains. But the reality of its construction was far more complex, brutal, and ingenious. Each era brought new techniques, and each brick tells a story of sweat, endurance, and human determination. The building materials and methods. The earliest versions of the wall were made of rammed earth. Workers dug trenches, filled them with layers of soil, and compacted them with wooden rammers. This process was repeated again and again until the wall reached impressive heights. In dry northern regions, rammed earth walls could last for centuries. But as dynasties advanced, particularly during the Han and later the Ming Dynasty, materials evolved. Builders used stones, wooden planks, reeds, and eventually bricks. The Ming Dynasty is especially famous for using millions of kiln-fired bricks that gave the wall its modern strength and durability. Imagine the logistics. Stones weighing several hundred kilograms had to be transported across mountains without modern machinery. Workers built makeshift ramps, wooden sledges, and even used human chains to pass bricks hand-to-hand up steep slopes. In some places, entire villages were mobilized to supply food, water, and tools for construction teams. The workforce and harsh realities. Behind the grandeur of the wall lies a story of suffering. The workforce included soldiers, peasants, convicts, and forced laborers. Many were taken from their homes for months or years, leaving families behind. The climate was merciless. Blazing summers in the Gobi Desert, freezing winters in the northern mountains. Historical records suggest that countless lives were lost during construction. Exhaustion, hunger, accidents, and harsh punishments turned the wall into what some poets later called the longest cemetery on Earth. While the wall itself stands as a triumph of human engineering, it is also a silent memorial to those who never returned home. Soldiers on the wall. Once sections were completed, soldiers were stationed to guard them. Their lives were difficult but vital. From high watchtowers, they scanned the horizon for approaching enemies. Signal fires, smoke, and drums were used to communicate across vast distances. Daily routines included patrolling, repairing sections of the wall, and maintaining weapons. In freezing winters, soldiers huddled together in stone watchtowers, relying on meager rations of grain and dried meat. Yet despite the hardships, serving on the wall was also considered an honorable duty. Protecting China's heartland meant protecting families, farms, and the empire itself. The wall was more than just a physical barrier. It was a psychological one. To invaders, it was an intimidating symbol of Chinese strength. To the Chinese people, it was reassurance, a sign that their rulers were protecting them. Symbolism of the wall. During construction, the wall was never just about defense, it was a political statement. Each emperor who added to it left his mark, declaring, "This empire is strong. This empire is eternal." The very act of building, regardless of whether the wall could truly stop every invasion, reinforced the emperor's authority. At the same time, the wall also sparked debate within China. Some scholars argued that pouring so many resources into construction drained the empire's economy and people. Others insisted that without it, northern invasions would destroy the fragile stability of Chinese society. If you had been a worker, asked to leave your family to build the wall in freezing mountains, would you have gone willingly as a duty to your empire or resisted such a burden? Share your perspective. Do you think the wall's value was more military or symbolic? Did it truly protect China, or was it more about showing power? And if this glimpse into the lives of workers and soldiers on the Great Wall fascinates you, give this video a like. It motivates us to bring you even more untold history. And don't forget to subscribe to Global History Hub so you stay connected to the world's greatest stories. By the end of its construction phases, the Great Wall became not only a defense system, but also a monument to unity and sacrifice. Every section, every brick carried the stories of those who built it, guarded it, and sometimes died for it. Behind its stones is the heartbeat of a civilization determined to stand tall against time and invasion. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is not just a structure of stones and bricks. It is a timeless narrative of human resilience, unity, and endurance. To understand its magnitude, one must go beyond the physical wall itself and delve into the centuries of history that shaped its construction. In this part, we will explore the dynasties that contributed to its expansion, the engineering marvels behind its design, the human sacrifices involved, and the strategic importance that made it one of the most influential landmarks in world history. 1. The Han Dynasty and expansion of the wall. After the Qin Dynasty laid the foundation of the Great Wall, it was the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, that took the idea to unprecedented levels. The Han emperors understood that the northern frontier was always vulnerable to raids by nomadic tribes such as the Xiongnu. Therefore, they not only reinforced the existing wall, but extended it deep into deserts, mountains, and grasslands. The Han walls stretched over 10,000 kilometers, a staggering achievement at that time. It incorporated watchtowers, beacon systems, and fortresses for rapid military communication. Soldiers were stationed along the wall permanently, creating a strong defensive barrier against invasions. Can you imagine living as a soldier on the wall, standing guard in freezing winters and scorching summers? How do you think life would have felt in those conditions? 2. The Tang Dynasty, golden age but limited expansion. The Tang Dynasty, 618–907 CE, often called the Golden Age of Chinese civilization, focused more on culture, trade, and diplomacy than massive military fortifications. While the wall was maintained, the Tang relied heavily on the Silk Road and alliances with surrounding states. Tang emperors built new trade cities and customs stations near parts of the wall. This period highlights how the wall wasn't being only for defense, but also a symbol of control and economic regulation. The Great Wall became a checkpoint for goods, merchants, and diplomats, shaping China's foreign relations. 3. The Ming Dynasty, the wall we see today. Perhaps the most famous sections of the Great Wall that exist today were built during the Ming Dynasty, 1368–1644 CE. The Ming rulers, having expelled the Mongols, were extremely cautious of future invasions. They transformed the wall into a solid, fortified masterpiece. Unlike the earlier earthen walls, the Ming constructed with stone and bricks, ensuring durability. They built massive watchtowers at regular intervals, which served as both lookouts and signaling stations. The wall became not only a defensive barrier but also an architectural wonder admired worldwide. If you could walk along the Ming Great Wall today, which part would you want to see first? The mountain peaks, the desert stretches, or the river crossings? 4. Life of workers and soldiers. The construction of the Great Wall was not just about emperors and dynasties. It was about the countless lives of workers, soldiers, and common people. Historical records and legends tell us about the incredible sacrifices made during construction. Labor force. Workers included peasants, soldiers, and even prisoners who were forced into labor. Harsh conditions. Many died of exhaustion, hunger, or exposure to harsh climates. Legend of Meng Jiangnu. A famous Chinese folktale tells the story of a woman whose husband died while building the wall. Her tears supposedly caused part of the wall to collapse, a symbol of grief and sacrifice. This human dimension reminds us that the Great Wall is not just stone, but also stories of struggle and resilience. 5. Engineering marvels. The Great Wall's construction techniques were highly advanced for their time. Engineers used local materials, stones in the mountains, tamped earth in the plains, and bricks in later dynasties. Rammed earth technique, soil was compacted between wooden frames to create solid walls. Brickwork. During the Ming Dynasty, bricks were fired and carried to mountaintops. Watchtower signaling, fires, smoke, and flags were used to send signals over vast distances in seconds. Such innovations made the wall one of the most sophisticated military defense systems in ancient history. 6. Symbol of power and identity. The Great Wall was never just about stopping invaders. It became a symbol of Chinese unity and determination. Even when dynasties rose and fell, the wall stood as a reminder of China's ability to overcome challenges. It projected imperial power to enemies and subjects alike. It shaped national identity as a cultural symbol. Today it represents China's place in world heritage and stands as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. 7. Modern perspective. Today, millions of tourists visit the wall each year. Some sections have been restored, while others lie in ruins, hidden in mountains and deserts. Despite erosion and centuries of neglect, the wall remains a global icon of history and human achievement. Do you think the Great Wall should be preserved exactly as it is, with all its scars of history, or fully restored to its original glory? What's your opinion? The Great Wall of China stands as a monumental achievement of human determination, stretching thousands of kilometers across deserts, mountains, rivers, and grasslands. To complete this journey of understanding, let us now dive into its strategic role in warfare, the lives of the people who lived alongside it, the economic and cultural significance, and the modern identity it carries as one of the most recognizable landmarks in world history. 1. The wall as a military strategy. The primary purpose of the Great Wall was military defense. But unlike a simple fort, it was a complex system that combined natural barriers with man-made structures. Frontier shield. It slowed down invading armies, forcing them to take longer routes or attack at fortified points. Beacon towers. With fires and smoke during the day and flames at night, messages could travel across hundreds of kilometers in hours. Defense lines. Soldiers patrolled continuously, watching for enemy movement, especially the fearsome nomadic cavalry of the north. The wall was never completely impenetrable. Invaders such as the Mongols and later the Manchus did breach it. Yet, its presence bought time, protected fertile lands, and reduced sudden raids. Do you think walls truly keep nations safe, or do they mostly serve as symbols of strength? What's your view? 2. Fortresses and garrisons along the wall. The Great Wall was not just a continuous wall. It was an integrated system of fortresses, garrisons, and signal towers. Fortresses. Large, fortified bases stored weapons, food, and troops. Border garrisons. Soldiers lived here year-round, often with their families. Over time, small communities grew around these garrisons. Watchtowers. Built every few hundred meters, they allowed soldiers to monitor vast landscapes. Some of these fortresses evolved into important towns, shaping the development of northern China. 3. Life of soldiers on the wall. Serving as a soldier on the wall was both an honor and a hardship. Soldiers endured extreme weather, burning summers and freezing winters. They lived on basic food supplies, millet, dried vegetables, and sometimes wild game. Training involved archery, swordsmanship, and horse riding. Despite hardships, soldiers developed strong camaraderie, bound by duty to protect the empire. If you were a soldier stationed on the Great Wall for years, what would be the hardest thing for you? The weather, the isolation, or the constant fear of attack? 4. The human cost of the wall. The wall was built through centuries of labor. While emperors are remembered as visionaries, the common people bore the true weight. Forced labor. Farmers, soldiers, and prisoners were conscripted. Dangers, landslides, accidents, and exhaustion claimed countless lives. Legends. The tale of Meng Jiangnu reflects the grief of families who lost loved ones. This reminds us that the wall is not just stone and brick, but a memorial to human sacrifice. 5. Economic and trade significance. The wall was not only military, it played a huge role in controlling trade and taxation. Silk Road protection. The wall secured trade routes, ensuring merchants could pass safely. Customs posts. Goods were inspected and taxed at wall gates, boosting imperial revenue. Market towns. Trade hubs developed near the wall, where cultures exchanged goods and ideas. The Great Wall thus became a bridge of cultures, not just a barrier. 6. Cultural symbolism. Throughout Chinese history, poets, writers, and philosophers referred to the Great Wall as a symbol of unity and perseverance. In literature, it symbolized the strength of the empire. In folklore, it represented both sacrifice and suffering. In modern China, it is viewed as a proud emblem of heritage. 7. The Wall and foreign relations. The Great Wall also shaped China's interaction with neighboring tribes and empires. It marked a psychological boundary. Civilization inside, barbarian lands outside. It demonstrated imperial authority, impressing visitors and ambassadors. In times of peace, wall gates became centers of diplomacy and trade. 8. Decline and breaches. Despite its strength, the wall could not guarantee eternal security. Mongol leader Genghis Khan bypassed sections of the wall, conquering large areas. Later, the Manchus also crossed it, establishing the Qing Dynasty. These breaches show that while walls can delay enemies, unity and strategy matter more than stone defenses. 9. Rediscovery in modern times. For centuries, parts of the wall lay forgotten. But in the 20th century, archaeologists, explorers, and photographers brought it back to global attention. In 1987, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site. Today, it attracts millions of visitors each year. Restored sections like Badaling and Mutianyu near Beijing showcase its grandeur. 10. Tourism and global symbol. The Great Wall is now one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It attracts historians, adventurers, and tourists from across the globe. It generates huge tourism revenue for China. It promotes cultural awareness worldwide. It reminds humanity of what collective effort can achieve. If you ever get a chance to visit the Great Wall, would you prefer to explore the restored tourist sections or the untouched wild stretches that show its true age? 11. The Wall as inspiration. Beyond its physical form, the wall inspires people around the world. It teaches the value of perseverance. It shows the cost of ambition and power. It remains a symbol of human endurance across time. 12. Conclusion. From Qin Shi Huang's vision to the Ming Dynasty's stone fortresses, from the sweat of workers to the bravery of soldiers, the Great Wall tells a story larger than any single dynasty. It is a reminder that civilizations rise not only on the strength of rulers, but on the determination of ordinary people. The Great Wall of China is not just a wall. It is a bridge of history, a fortress of culture, and a testament to human perseverance. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more history stories.